Hey guys, it's me, Chandler. Welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys 23 books I want to read in 2023, and this video is actually a collab with MAKAYLA C, and I'll get into that in a moment. But in today's video, I'm really just going to be showing you the books that are priority for me to read in 2023. Now, will I read all of these in 2023? Probably not, but you know, one can hope, one can dream. And like I said before, this video is a collaboration with my friend MAKAYLA C, and she is sharing the 23 books that she wants to read in 2023. I believe we have 2 in common, she said. If you want to see what books we have in common, go watch her video after you're done with this one and make sure to subscribe to her channel as well. And without further ado, let's just get into the 23 books that I want to read in 2023. The first 3 books are actually part of a trilogy, and I have the little box set for them. This is the Folk of the Air trilogy. I want to read all 3 of these books in 2023. The first book is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I have just heard so many people talk about this series and this book. I've heard a lot of people on Instagram talk about it, and I've also heard Haley Pham rave about it. So I thought, why not give it a try, because I have kind of been delving into fantasy recently. The next book is The Wicked King, and I think I've heard this is the best one. I'm not quite sure. I like how it's like the prince, the king, and then the queen of nothing. I don't know, I just like that. But this is the last book. Maybe this one is the best one. I'm not quite sure, but I'm just so excited to get into these books right here, and I think I will love them. The next book is also a trilogy, and it is the Inheritance Games trilogy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And I only have the first book, but I want to read the whole series in 2023 because the third book just came out. I am so excited to read this. I think I'm going to absolutely adore it. I've heard that it's like a little mystery series with a subplot of romance. It's about a girl who gets this random inheritance one day, but she has to go like live with the guy's family or something, and then she has to solve all these riddles, I think. I don't know. You can tell I don't know that much about it, but I am just so excited. And I really like the cover. So this is the first book, The Inheritance Games. And then the second book is called The Hawthorne Legacy, which I think is the last name of the guy who gave her the inheritance. And then the last book is The Final Gambit. Okay, I think the next book is the last one that's a part of a series, and that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. And I don't actually have this book with me, and I only want to read the first one in 2023 at least. I mean, it'd be great if I read the whole series, but the series has like 9 books, and each book is lengthier as the series goes on. So I'm just gonna say that I want to read the first one at least in 2023. I've read Sarah J. Maas's ACOTAR series, or I'm in the middle of reading it right now. I really want to read Crescent City as well, but that's not on my 2023 TBR. Throne of Glass is, and I don't know much about it to be honest, but I've heard that so many people love it, and I think it's YA as well. The next book I'm so excited for, that is A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. I've mainly heard of this book from Steph Bohr, and I've just heard that this book makes you sob, and you know what? I think everyone needs a good book to make them sob every once in a while, because I feel like books don't make me cry that often. So I really want to see if this one will be able to make me cry. But I am just so excited. It's really big, like compared to like a normal size book. But anyways, that doesn't matter. I'm just so excited to read this. I don't know that much about it, and I kind of want to go into it that way. I know this is YA as well, so I think that'll be super duper fun. The next book I don't have with me, but that is A Little Life by, oh, I can't say the name. It's Hanya something. I can't say the last name, I'm sorry. But I have also heard A Little Life is really heartbreaking. And again, I love a good sad book, and I think I'm ready for it, so I want to read A Little Life in 2023. It's like 800 pages though, and I have like a fear of big books. Like if a book is big, I will put off picking it up as long as possible. That's just how I tend to be. The next book is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and again, I don't have this book. A lot of these books I haven't bought yet, but Better Than the Movies I'm also so excited to read. I think it's YA. I've heard Haley Pham rave about it. I think it's her favorite romance book, if I am not wrong. And I just heard it's a really good like summery romance, so maybe I will read that when it is going closer to summer. And I've also heard there's a lot of Taylor Swift references, so I could get it on that for sure. The next book is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and I actually DNF'd this book earlier in the year. I think in September possibly. I think my bookmark is still in here, is it not? Yeah, I still have a little bookmark in here. I'm 53 pages into the book, and it was just too much for me. I don't think I was really in the mood for fantasy because I didn't really know it was a fantasy book when I went into it. And I think the second book in the series is out now. It might not be for me, but to be honest, I don't want to DNF a book at 50 pages and then never pick it up again. It's kind of more like a putting it on hold, but I'll come back to it. So I want to come back to this book in 2023. It's about like secret societies and it's like dark academia. Like I loved If We Were Villains. I loved The Secret History. So I think if I just get more into this and start understanding the fantasy aspect of it, then I'll love it. The next book is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, and this is actually a classic. I don't read many classics. I picked this one up at Goodwill, I believe, and I just love this cover. I don't know what it is. Just like her little shoes and like the font and like the pink. Oh, it's so pretty. And like the little grainy image type of thing. I think it's gorgeous, and it's fairly short, I believe. Yeah, it's 240 something pages. Hopefully it's quite easy to understand. So that's this book. I don't really know anything about it, but I've heard lots about it and I'm excited to read it. The next book I doubt you guys have heard of, but you might have. It's called Teenager by Bud Smith, and I believe it's literary fiction, and I won this in a Goodreads giveaway and I've still yet to read it. There was one day when I went on Goodreads and I just entered a bunch of giveaways where the books I thought looked interesting even if I had never heard of them, and this was one of them. I just liked the cover and it was called Teenager, and I'm a teenager, so I entered it not expecting anything and I actually won it. So there's this book. So it is possible to win Goodreads giveaways if you were wondering. It seems really interesting. I don't know how to explain it, but I want to get to this one in 2023. The next book is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, and I actually started this book. I never finished it. I started it as an ebook. I read like probably 20 pages of it, something like that, not very many pages, and I never really got into it and I just put it down and never picked it back up. This book is a thriller, and I've heard Haley Pham talk about it when she was in her little thriller era. So yeah, that's that book. The next book is Confess by Colleen Hoover, and I really want to go through the rest of Colleen Hoover's books in 2023, at least the ones that interest me, and Confess is one of them. I just know it's a romance, and I know the main guy or girl is like a painter. I don't really have much to say about it. I just really want to read it in 2023. Okay, the next book is If He Had Been With Me. It's by Laura Nolan. I have heard Sarah Caroli talk about this, and then my friend Alexis also read this and loved it. So I thought I should give it a go. And I know it's a romance, but I also know it's like really heartbreaking and sad. The next book is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. And I really just want to read more of Christina Lauren's books. I've read Love and Other Words. I've read The Soulmate Equation. I feel like I've read one other one, but I don't know. But this is The Unhoneymooners. I just know it's a romance. I know it's set in the summer. I meant to read this summer and I just never got around to it. So I think this would be a cute little summer read that I could read when it goes back into summer, because right now it's winter, even though it's like 56 degrees out. The next book is Marla Banks Redesigned, and this is actually another one that I that I won in a Goodreads giveaway. It's by Jacqueline Firkins. This is actually an ARC, so I got this before it actually went on sale. It's now on sale. Still haven't read it, and I think this is just a coming of age literary fiction type of book. Could be wrong, don't really know anything about it, but I got it for free in the Goodreads giveaway and I want to read it. The next book is On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. I mean, look at this. Doesn't this look sad? And it's very, very short. This book's 233 pages. Like, she is short. On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous is a letter from a son to a mother who cannot read. This sounds like it's gonna be really good. Cannot wait to read this book. And that's that book. I'm really bad at explaining these books. The next book is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and this is just a classic YA book. I really want to read it. It's a romance. I think it's about two people who are sick, possibly. I don't know. Oh, I think the girl's sick, I guess. But yeah, It sounds really good and I really want to read it. I've never read a John Green book. I'm right now reading Looking for Alaska by John Green and I'm enjoying it, and I really don't like this cover. I got it for like $1 at Goodwill, so I kind of had to get it. The next book is actually not even out yet. It's a new release for 2023, and that is Meet Me by the Lake by Carly Fortune. I don't even know anything about it, but it looks very similar to Every Summer After, which was her debut novel that I read this summer, and I absolutely loved it. And it looks like maybe it's going to be like a spin-off or something like that, possibly. But I just really liked her writing and I cannot wait to read it. We're getting really close to the end here. The next book is In 5 Years by Rebecca Surley. I have a habit of not knowing what books are about but wanting to read them. I guess it's about a girl who one day time travels to the future 5 years ahead, and she's not with the man she thought she would be. She like then time travels back and she is like trying to shape her future, I guess. Sounds very interesting. Again, very short. I think it's under 300 pages, so this should be a good one. The next and final book is A Man Called Ove by A Man Called Ove, or maybe it's Ove, I don't know, by Fredrik Backman. I want to read all of Fredrik Backman's books. They all look so good. I have another one of his on my shelf. It's called My Grandma Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry, and they all just look so heartbreaking. This is a piece of literary fiction. I think we just follow the man, whatever his name is, Ove, through his life, and I think he has a really hard life. This book's kind of beat up, to be honest. Like, there's cracks all over the cover because I got it at a little free library, but I'm just so excited to read it. So those are the books that are on my 2023 TBR, which means to be read, by the way. So it's like a list of books you want to read, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to watch MAKAYLA's video and check out her channel. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye. This looks so cute. Look at my little stack over here.